Hello all, it's good to be back from the journey called life. Now, topic for today. We keep talking about Muslim men from abroad, but let's talk about how they treat their kids. One person in particular, I did an interview on her. She's 10 years old now, and her father is a Muslim male from abroad. So what did she tell me? First of all, let's give you some history about her. At age 5 or 6, her father went with her and her family abroad and her siblings. And then it was coming close to the end of the vacation, and all of a sudden they shock her. How, right? They're all leaving, and they say that, hold on, wait, you're staying. Surprise! You're not coming home with us. How does a 6-year-old handle that, or even know how to understand that my parents are leaving me? She was crying in shock. She had explained to me her mom wasn't in favor of her staying back home, back in their country, of her father, but her father insisted, you have to stay here, and this is that, and there's no questions. So she stayed there for 2 years, and what she explained to me was horrific. She stayed with her grandmother, who was a so-called principal of the school. You would think she would be, what is the word I'm looking for? Diplomatic, respectful, polite. She used to feed her candy bars, and when she noticed that, and maybe one stick of chicken the whole day, and maybe soda and things like that. And when she said she was hungry, what she used to do, this so-called principal, pull her hair out. Yank, 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 as the girl has described to me. And one time she took a gumball, accidentally from the store, a little kid, 6-year-old, took a gumball. I forgot to pay for it. And her uncle, her uncle from her father's side, was going to burn her hair. What the WTF to that? And then her aunt, so everybody took a turn at her. Her aunt, what did she used to do? She's a teacher. Teachers. She's just, when the little girl didn't used to listen to her, she would smack her in the face and do this to her cheeks. WTF to that. So-called educated. If they're educated, can't imagine what the non-educated Muslim from abroad will act. So she's telling me this, and her grandmother went back home just to take her there, to pick her up and take her. And then what happened was, the Muslim man from abroad, his whole family surrounded her like a SWAT team and said, no, she's not going. And the girl said, I thought you were going to pick me up. Here's my luggage just by the door. Now going back to the girl, I can't imagine how the girl was feeling when she's seen all her family leave her, siblings, mother, father leave her to be their grandparents. How emotionally she was shocked and distraught, and what was going in her mind, being left like that. That couldn't be. I'm sure she needs counseling for that alone. And then so when her grandmother went to pick her up, like I said before, they standed like a SWAT team, telling her she's not going, sitting next to the girl so her grandmother wouldn't take her back home, back where her family is. What a bunch of fools they are. What kind of people would do this kind of thing? Oh yeah, Muslims from abroad. Of course. I think they do well with Muslims from abroad, marrying Muslim from abroad, marriage so-called made in heaven. But a Muslim American from here marrying a Muslim from abroad, ain't gonna happen. There ain't no happy ending, people. Don't you get that by now? So then she came back after 2 years of misery from her. Oh yeah, get this. Her grandmother, the principal, called her son and said, "You know what? I think your daughter needs to come back because she's gonna forget the English. A bunch of BS. They put fear in her and they made her distraught, emotionally upset and angry. And now all of a sudden, I think they couldn't handle her anymore. So she came back. She explains to me how she came back, and she was telling me everything that had happened, what I explained to you earlier. And she always, till right now, she's 10 years old now, she says, how could my parents leave me there, away from my brothers and sisters, away from them? How could they send me there? Emotionally, she's angered and distraught. And how does she take it out? Now she has like a rivalry between her and her brothers and sisters. Every time her parents buy her, now she's back home. Finally, after that war, huh? War of her mind, whatever they did to her to make her a changed person, which is not in a good way. So she's still angry and frustrated. I mean, can you blame her? So she came back here and she yells a lot. And she beats up on her brothers and sisters. I mean, when she yells a lot. And it's like an earthquake in the room. Okay, so now let's go back to this. Let's go back to how the Muslim man, how her father treated her. So when he doesn't really, she tells me, he doesn't come out of the room until someone's crying or there's a problem arising. That's when he comes out. And trust me, people, he's not a happy camper. So what he'll do is he'll take anything in front of him, slam it into the refrigerator. Take chairs, slam them on the walls, hit the walls, hit the walls, make holes in them. Slam food, salad, oil, right into the refrigerator, right into the kitchen, anywhere. Create and imagine anything from your imagination can be reality. And then after he does all that, he turns over the house. Then he goes back to his cave, his man cave. He's like, I'm done now. Okay, my job is done. I did what I had to do. I skipped the living deal outside the kids, and now I left my wife to clean up all the mess and all the oil all over the place and the food. Now I guess I'll go back to my man cave. So there is the Muslim man from abroad for you. What else does he do? Oh yeah, she told me that. He tells me, you're stupid, you're dumb. You're a Muslim man from abroad, her father. You're stupid, you're dumb, you're an idiot. You're a donkey. You know nothing. And then in the next moment, he goes and he tells them, go tell your mom, it's time for prayer. Let's go to Salat al-Asr and pray to God, maybe to forgive our sins, or maybe to make new ones. I don't know what it is. But he ain't a changed man when he goes and prays. So what's the point of praying if you can't be a better person? So he tells his kids that. What do his kids think when he call him, hey dummy, hey idiot, hey wall, hey basket, hey Dumbo, hey pail, head, whatever you might think of. And then he goes to face God and tell him, how do you face God when you do that to your kids? And what do your kids think when you call them stupid and dumb? Of course they're going to think it, hey, I'm a Dumbo. Hey, I'm an idiot. And then she goes and she starts telling her brothers and sisters the same thing. Hey, Dumbo. Hey, idiot. Hey, stupid. And then whatever words of your imagination. He says it all in the book. English, Spanish, Arabic, whatever. Farsi. Right? And then, and that's a concern for me, people, okay? I'm not making money out of this. I'm trying to get facts out. So, if a Muslim American woman decides to get married, she'll think twice about it. I want to check out my nose. I already told you, he comes out and he yells at the top of his lungs. Did I already say that? Slamming things here and there. So when the girl grows up, oh yeah, I was talking to someone, and then this 10-year-old happened to be there, telling her mother about marriage and whatnot, and she jumped up and she's like, this 10-year-old, I'm never gonna get married, because I know all men are like my father. They're mean. Let me add to that, mean monsters. Miserable man that you are. What kind of good example are you for your daughter? You madman. Really, this girl's gonna grow up emotionally distraught, which she already is. And now we're having, you know what she says sometimes, people? She says she wants to run away from home, far from there. And she says, I hate my brothers and sisters. I tell them, how can you say that you hate your brothers and sisters? Tomorrow you guys are gonna grow up. Everybody's gonna go get married, move away. You need to cherish the time you have with your brothers and sisters. It's like, I don't care about them. I mean, my parents, they let me go abroad, and they're 2 years away from her brothers. I think that could change a person. And to be around, you want someone to eat? I'll give you someone to eat. Yank her hair out. So, ladies, American Muslim women, girls, make the right decision. Don't send your kids abroad. And you know what? I was going to say one other thing. The same Muslim man, he said to his wife, no, he's not a good man. Can't even be a good husband or a father. Some people would say, oh yeah, he's good for nothing. Maybe you're right. I'm not going to be the judge of that. I'll let you guys decide that. So he tells this American Muslim woman, the daughter of his 10-year-old, he tells her, I'm going to send you back. He didn't even get his citizenship yet, but he said that. Once he gets his citizenship, I'm going to send you back to 98 steps where you were when we first got married. If you want to be a slave and you want to be beaten up on, emotionally, verbally abused, go marry the Muslim man from abroad. Because he will make your wishes come true. Now, if you're the smart woman, think twice about it. Thank you, folks.